Hi gang, we're in the basement today because we are working on wood restoration. Now this is a chunk of an old spinning wheel I had that's been sitting outside for a couple of years. The wood is very rough and dry, but I thought it was an excellent candidate to try something. Now I have seen rave reviews of Howard's feed and wax, and I thought, let's give it a try. But let's really challenge it with something like this. Now you can see how rough this wood is. Now I have washed it with, you know, that stuff. Murphy's. I washed it with Murphy's and I've let it completely dry. And now we are going to use the feed and wax. Now, according to the directions, we're going to saturate a cloth and wipe it evenly onto the wood surface. We're going to let it stand for at least 20 minutes, wipe off the excess, and polish it with a soft cloth. So we are going to see how this works. Now, this is not a sponsored video in any way. This is just me doing my usual, let's try it. It could end up being really good for Howard's, or it could end up being just, it's all right. We'll find out. I'll get my gloves and my claws and we'll give it a go. 1 second. All right, just get my other glove on here. So this is our feed and wax. I don't know if it needs a shake, but we're going to give it one. I should see if it's got a safety seal on it. It does. So let's get that off. And I have a cloth. Just have a couple of microfiber cloths. Buy them in bulk on Amazon because I abuse them so badly. All right. So let's squeeze some of this out. Oof. That's an interesting consistency. And we're going to wipe it on. Now I'm just going to do this one side for now. And we'll see how it goes. I may have to, if it works, I may have to invest in the company for all the stuff I have to get cleaned and conditioned. All right. I like the smell of it. It's got a citrusy smell. Okay, so now we have to let this sit for 20 minutes. Just looking to make sure that it's all covered, and it is. So that's how it looks before, and this is how it looks saturated. Now we're going to let that sit for 20 minutes, and then we will come back and give it a polish and see how it looks. All right, patience is not my strong suit. What I have here is some of the uprights for a frame stand. These are finished. You can see that they got a finish on them. They have been scrubbed. So let's get some Howards on this and see what the difference is between the still relatively healthy wood and the definitely dead wood of the other piece of the spinning wheel. All right, let's get this going. Get some of the poopy stuff on there. Now, I have heard amazing things about this product, so if you guys have used it, let me know your experience with it too, because I'm curious. Okay, somehow we managed to plug this hole with it, so I'm just going to poke it out. Let's do the other side. I may have to get a huge bottle of this stuff if it works. They do sell it in like the gallon jugs. I don't know if there are different preparations, like a more liquidy form for floors or something, but this is what I'm working with. So we will start here. And I got some more in the holes. Just drill that out so it's not clogging them. And we just need to do the edges on this one. Whoops. Yeah, that's me. Coordinated. This needs some sanding. The wood is rough. And I'm going to do the ends as well. Let it suck that up. And then we'll go down the side. And down this side. Okay. Drill out my holes again here. Just don't want it clogging them up. Alright, so we let that dry. And I'm just going to do a little bit up here. And I'm going to apply a very light coating on this one, because I don't know how much it needs. So we'll just give this a light coating with what's on the rag. And we'll put that one over here so we know that this is the one that got the light coating. This got a heavy coat and this got a heavy coat. All right, now we're going to leave it for 20 minutes. Impatient or not, I'm going to let it do its thing. And we will be back to check on the results, see how it polishes up. Okay, it's been longer than 20 minutes, but that's all right. We're going to, well, it says wipe off the excess, but there is no excess. It absorbed it all. But we are going to buff it. I do like the smell of this. It's a lovely smell. All right, here are our results. This was the part that was white with, you know, age and weathering. And now it is pretty gorgeous. Just as a reminder, here's what it looked like before and after. I'd say it does a pretty damn fine job. All right, let's have a go at this one next. I think there is excess left on this one, which, seeing as how it still has finish and moisture in the wood, doesn't surprise me. Just give it a wipe down, and then we're going to buff it. Wow, this does a really, really nice job. I see why everybody recommends it. It's gorgeous. All right. There we go. All buffed up. Now, this is the one where I just used the remainder that was on the cloth. I just wanted to see how much I actually need to be using. And it looks like not a whole heck of a lot. Now, I imagine I could keep buffing this to like a really high shine, but I'm not going to. I'm not worried about shine. I'm just more worried about preserving and, you know, restoring the wood. But look at how that turned out. Just gorgeous. So now, I guess I'm going to be doing all the wood. Because, like, wow. From this to this. Now, this is still, like, somewhat dry and thirsty. So I could probably add several coats to this just to get it back to condition. But at the moment, I'm still working on get everything inside. So I think I'm just going to continue working with the pieces I have. Get them all cleaned up. And then I will go back and properly restore wood. So for the moment, I have the other parts for this frame that are all washed up, but they're also very dry and thirsty now. So I think I will coat this and then maybe wash another frame, and we'll just keep working our way through until we have our wood pieces all conditioned. Now, you don't need to listen to me bother while I do this, so I'll put you on time lapse and I will keep moving. All right, just for fun, the only thing I have washed in this water is that one frame. And look at the color of it. Definitely needed a scrub. You should have seen how black it was when I washed the big upright stand. Maybe I'll show you when I do the other one. Anyways, I've got it washed up, so now I'm going to get the feed and wax on it, because some of this is very dry. Now you can see where over time this split, this part should have been there, but this split is, here it is. This part should have been there, but this split here is new. And I'm just wondering if I have some wood glue, I might pop that in there, clamp it for a couple of days, let it set up. But first, we're going to feed and wax it. All right, let's do a comparison. These are matching stands. They make for a loom rest. They're adjustable. This one I haven't done anything with. It needs to be washed and waxed and all that fun stuff because it is absolutely filthy. But once it's washed up and we do the feed and wax, this is what it's going to look like, which is way more better. Now, if I get ambitious at some point, I will likely sand and refinish this stuff. But for the time being, it's now clean and usable. Now the wax is still a bit damp, so it could take a while to dry down completely, and then I can buff it out if I want, but just looking at it now, it's absolutely gorgeous. So this is my use of, what do we call that? Howard's Wax and Feed. And I've used surprisingly little. It's just below the band on Howard. So I could actually be applying this thicker and it would still work just as well, I imagine. Probably better. But I am actually very impressed and happy with this product. So I would definitely recommend. Oh, I just heard thundering upstairs. It must be the kitty cats. No cat meow today. They're not allowed in the basement when I'm working with chemicals, which I am doing today. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed that little experiment, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye!